Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a crazy long minute. I want to do a little chit chat sit down video with you guys and kind of talk about what's been going on, where I've been, why I haven't been posting, what's new in my life. I have had a couple changes recently that I'll share with you guys. I'm gonna try to do this in one foul swoop. We'll see how it goes. If you follow me on Instagram, you most likely already know what's been going on in my life. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you totally should. I have a couple pages now, which I will put here or here, wherever, and you can check them out if you'd like. I really hope that you do. So, something kind of major did happen, actually. A couple new updates. So let's start with the first one, which is the most obvious. I have a new background. I have carpet in my basement finally. I don't know if you guys remember, but 2 years ago, or I don't know how long, about 2 years ago, our basement flooded and we had to rip out everything in our basement. Not everything, just our flooring. All of our flooring, our trim, parts of the walls, like I think an inch or 2 inches of our walls. Crazy story, whatever. So my purse room, which was on the other side of the house, everything had to go upstairs. I was living like, it felt claustrophobic. Everything was, you know, upstairs. It was crazy. So finally, after many, how do I want to say it? Many purchases that were not necessary later, we finally saved up for some carpet. And so we have carpet now, and I took over the big bedroom, and I have been updating my Instagram about my process of rearranging and all of that decorating, which I don't like doing, you guys. I'm terrible at it. But anyway, so I'm not gonna always film here, but I thought, why not for a sit down? I'm sitting on my floor. I have a few of my bags back here, and then over this way, I have my big cabinet that has more handbags in it. So the lighting's okay. It's kind of washing me out, but that's because I have one of my big lights on. Again, I'm in the basement, so for lighting, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder right now. For lighting to be like this in a basement, I think is pretty good. But anyway, okay, so that is one of my newest and most obvious updates, as you can see by the background. The next update is the weight gain. I gained weight again. I gained about 18 pounds. I lost 40, and now I've gained about 18 back, and that really sucks to say. But at the same time, it is what it is. This is life. This is my life. I'm used to it. Like, this is what I do all the time. But I did want to mention it, especially because I think it's kind of crazy how it happened. I think that a lot of people don't realize how much stress affects someone's life. And I'm going to tell you a story really quick. Basically, I lost 40 pounds. You guys knew that. Well, you didn't. I don't know if I mentioned it in one of my last videos, but I did. I lost 40 pounds. Just changing my eating habits, really. I didn't do anything else. And we went to Florida for 2 weeks, and it was great. And we ate whatever we wanted. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna gain so much weight when I get back. And then we got back, and I stepped on the scale, and I was the same exact weight. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, I went all out. Pasta and like everything I wanted. And then flash forward a couple weeks, 3 weeks or so, and my husband had another heart issue. So he had ventricular fibrillation. I can never pronounce that word. Basically his heart skips beats all the time, and it'll be 6 years in August, so 5.5 years ago, he ended up having to go to the hospital. He went into what is it called? Cardiac arrest, and he died, and they were able to revive him. He went into the hospital. They had him on like an induced coma or whatever. They honestly thought he was going to be a vegetable the rest of his life. And a miracle happened, and he is perfectly fine. I mean, not perfectly fine, but like 98% fine. And everything that we didn't expect to happen. So anyway, that happened. And so he has a defibrillator in his side that will go off if his heart goes into VFib again, where it basically is just quivering and isn't beating. So 5.5 years go by, everything's great, nothing happened. He still has like his normal chest pains and anxiety, anxiousness, and whatever. So one night, his heart went into VFib and his defibrillator went off, and so yeah, that was really scary and really stressful. Again, I'm not gonna like go too deep into all of my mental health issues, but it definitely the first time caused, like, I never had anxiety, and the reason I have anxiety now is because of that. Just everything mentally is like I said, I'm just not gonna go into it. But so yeah, it went off again, and it was super stressful and scary, especially since when we left the hospital 5.5 years ago, they basically told us it will probably never happen again. It was a fluke. We don't know what happened. La-di-da. So it happens again, and boom, 15 pounds later in 2 weeks, you guys. I gained 15 pounds in 2 weeks after that because of stress. And I wasn't doing any, like, I mean, I wasn't being healthy eating, but I wasn't like shoving every single carb into my face. But it sucks because stress does crazy things to your body, and I just want people to realize that and give yourself a break. If you gain weight, well, one, it doesn't matter, you're still a beautiful person. Like, what matters is what is on the inside, right? I wanted to update you with that too, because I know I'm gonna watch my old video, or I'm gonna see my old video, and then I'm gonna see the picture for this video, and I'm gonna be like, dang, she's chunky. But it is what it is. All that matters is my husband is alive and healthy now. He did have an ablation in his heart, and it is fixed, supposedly, so that's good. Now I can hopefully calm down and not be so much of a crazy person, and worry all the time about him. So I quit my job, my full-time job. I was working at a treatment center. Most of you already knew that. I worked there for 6 years. And I just decided to focus on my small business. Oop, did I give it away? I started a small business. So for many years, I'm gonna say 5, 6+ years, I've always wanted to own my own business. I've always wanted to do something for myself. I hate corporate. I hate working for corporate. I hate all the BS that goes along with it, as most of you know. When I started working at the treatment center, it wasn't corporate. It was a small business owned by 2 best friends. It was awesome. It was great. We literally had, sorry, there's a hair on my face. We literally had the best everything. I remember the first year I was there, they bought us, I think the month of December, every Friday they bought us a meal to eat for lunch. It was awesome. Once they sold us, I just realized my little fan was blowing, and you guys were probably super annoyed by that. But anyway, when they ended up selling us to corporate, they gave every single employee a $1,000 bonus, which was super amazing. And that's just the kind of stuff that I really love with small businesses and how much they care about their employees. So anyway, long story short, I was tired of corporate. I had like I said, for many years been trying to think of something I wanted to do. I wanted to own my own business. I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to be able to grow as far as I could take myself. So basically I had been thinking and thinking and thinking. I wanted to do resale for a while, but nothing really stuck. I wanted to do handbag sales, didn't really stick. Of course I love handbags. I haven't even told you guys what my small business is yet, but so like I said, if you follow me on Instagram, you already know. But to reveal, my small business is a charcuterie business. I named it Fig&Bleu. Bleu is spelled B-L-E-U, the French way. And so I make cheese boards, which is kind of crazy. It's really exciting. It's really fun. It gives me a way to be artistic, and I am a very visual person, which is what I always did in retail. I did visuals, I did displays, things like that. And so this is like the same thing but with food, which in my opinion makes everyone so much more excited than any other kind of visual, because we eat with our eyes first. So we see this beautiful cheese board and it looks amazing, it looks delicious, and people get really excited about it. But anyway, let's go back to November. So in November, I had this idea. I really wanted to make a cheese board for my family. So I went to the grocery store, spent about $150 on a ton of crap, like a ton of stuff. And I get home and I make it, realize I overbought, did, you know, whatever. And so I made it. My parents came over, I invited them over, so it was my husband, my parents, and I, and we were just sitting there eating it, enjoying, talking about it, trying different things. It was really cool to see how excited like my mom and my dad was, because my dad wasn't, he's not like into stuff like that, but it was really cool to see somebody who wasn't into that be really excited about that. And he was like, oh, I want to try this and this and this. And so it got me thinking, I'm like, because I've always been the type of person that likes to cook appetizers or whatever for like holidays or just certain events with people. Like I love pleasing people that way. That's what makes me happy and makes me feel fulfilled. So I don't know, something just clicked, and the next day I was scrolling through Instagram, and one of the people I follow on my purse page actually had shared on her story that she ordered a charcuterie box from somebody. I don't even remember who it was back then. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, oh my god, what? People actually do this. Like, this makes me happy. This is what I want to do, and people do this. Like, this is a thing. So then, of course, from then out, I was constantly researching, doing everything I could to find out about it, and there is a whole community of cheese bitches. That's what I call myself, a cheese bitch. But don't get mad at me, YouTube, for saying that. Anyway, so yeah, it's insane. And I read everything I could. I followed everyone I could. I did everything I could to learn about it. And then finally in December, my best friend ordered a board. She wanted to bring a board to her family's event, and which was really great for me to see how people respond to it, to hear feedback. It took me 2 hours to make my first board, you guys. It was like, of course I was practicing at home, but to make it for somebody was like so nerve-wracking. But anyway, so this video is all over the place. But so yeah, it was so exciting. And I knew after that, and then hearing the feedback on how much everyone really enjoyed it, that this is what I wanted to do. So I emailed the state. I did everything, I did everything that I had to do to become a legal business. So in January, I officially became a legal charcuterie business of Fig&Bleu, as I said before. It's just so exciting. It's so cool to think that I own something that people like really enjoy, and I create something that people really enjoy, and it just makes me so happy. So that was a lot of rambling, sorry. But I wanted to update you guys. That is why I have not been on my Purse Instagram so much, thepurseaddict.sam. I have been on my Fig&Bleu Instagram mostly. I do want to keep those separate though. I was thinking of maybe joining them just because they are both me, but I have a lot of people. Luxury is so touchy. I'm sure you guys know and you've experienced it from other people in your life, but it is almost like borderline offensive to some people. So I think for now, sometimes I'll like post little things on my charcuterie page, but mostly I just want to keep my luxury and my business separate because, like I said, luxury is touchy. People get so offended at the price of handbags. We all know this. We could talk about it for hours. So right now, yeah, that is what I'm focusing on. But as far as my YouTube goes, because this is my fun, my purse page, my luxury page, and in my opinion, charcuterie is luxury. It's expensive. Like a cheese board, a pretty cheese board is going to cost you a pretty penny. So I was curious if you guys wouldn't mind if I maybe posted some things on this page as well. Of course, I'll try to keep, I'm really liking this curl today, sorry, I just had to say that. I will keep this mostly luxury, but like I said, I have another love in life now, my small business. So if you guys don't mind, I would like to update you with things like that too. I try to not post as much charcuterie on my luxury purse page on Instagram as possible, but sometimes I'm just like, this board is banging, I gotta do it. I don't really have much else to update you guys on other than I quit my business, I started a small business, and I got carpet in this room, or my whole basement actually. I did buy one handbag, but other than that, really nothing else has changed. It is really awesome owning my own small business though, because I have so much more time to be at home with my family, which is really cool. Before I was doing both, where I was working my full-time job and then doing my small business after, well, during and after. But it just got to be too much, so yeah. But pop your questions down below. I hope that I can make some more videos for you guys. Like I said, please follow me on Instagram. That's where I'm the most active. I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you so much for listening to my update, and I will talk to you guys soon.